In a world where superhero movies are often unnecessarily dark and gritty, Deadpool comes along and shows you how it's done. From beginning to end, it's the ideal balance of action and comedy, and we can't wait to see what Deadpool 3 will bring. Deadpool 3 is currently in production, according to Marvel, although there is no information on when it will be released in theaters. Ryan Reynolds, the star of Deadpool, had hinted that a 2022 release date was possible. Reynolds did, however, also declare that he was taking a break from acting in October 2021. Personal trainer Don Aladino posted a snapshot of Reynolds working at the gym in August 2022 on Instagram with the comments, "And so it begins." Because of this, many believe he's getting in shape for Deadpool 3.
Nobody's getting hurt.
In August, Reynolds personally told Collider that he was 70% certain that Deadpool 3 would shoot in 2022. Even though, to be completely honest, he has no concept of time, he admits. He told Variety in February that it's coming together, suggesting some progress, even though he couldn't say what it was. Deadpool 3 might be scheduled for one of the 4 Marvel release dates initially scheduled for 2024. February 16th, May 3rd, July 26th, and November 8th. November 3rd, 2022 was one of Marvel's planned release dates, but because production on Deadpool 3 hasn't even begun, the movie is more likely to arrive in 2024. Even though we still don't know the exact release date for Deadpool 3 or any other details, we do know that Wade Wilson, aka Deadpool, will return very soon, and that the initially anticipated X-Force spinoff has been canceled. Wade Wilson, the loudmouth mercenary known as Deadpool, is having a horrible day. His past as a deadly soldier of fortune catches up with him when, on his anniversary with his beloved Vanessa, a gang of criminals crashes into their home, killing Vanessa. He spends the next 6 weeks attempting suicide, blaming himself for her death. Wade has a vision of Vanessa warning him, "Your heart's not in the proper place," after he tried to commit suicide through an explosion. Wade wakes up in the Xavier mansion with Colossus recovering his body. He then accepts Colossus's invitation to become an X-Men member when asked once more, because he believes Vanessa would want him to. His first task involves going to an institution with Colossus and Negasonic Teenage Warhead, where young mutants are treated by torturing. One of the patients, a young lad called Russell Collins, aka Fire Fist, is involved in a gunfight with the police. Russell murders one of the nurses after realizing that he had been mistreated by the asylum staff, and is then restrained by the furious Colossus. Wade and Russell are both arrested, given power-suppressing collars, and transported to the Ice Box, a jail for mutants. In order to kill Russell, Cable, a shredded half-man, half-metal murderer from the future, has traveled back in time. In Cable's future, Russell has developed into a deadly, murderous mutant, the same deadly homicidal mutant that killed Cable's family. While Russell is still inside the icebox, Deadpool escapes. Deadpool has a kind heart hidden underneath his ravaged appearance, even though there is a part of him that would prefer to just leave Russell in the past. He decides to put together a squad to fight Cable and save Russell as a result. A shaky alliance between Deadpool and Cable eventually develops. Cable will give Deadpool the opportunity to turn Russell's life around and prevent him from committing his first murder, which will set him on the path to evilness. Deadpool must accomplish this, or Cable will murder the kid. Does Deadpool accomplish? He does, without a doubt. Does Cable irrationally choose to remain in the past, even though he ought to desire to travel back in time and visit his freshly revived family? Absolutely. Does Deadpool 2 use a lot of sloppy twists to get to this point? It does, yet all it's right. But why?
This guy's got the right idea. He wore the brown pants. Cue the music.
Additionally, Wade and Vanessa briefly reunite in the hereafter, but Vanessa tells him that it is not yet his time. Wade's selfless act moves Cable, who then returns to the time when he and Wade first entered the asylum. This time, Cable leaves Wade's anniversary present from Vanessa, a lead skee-ball token, in his suit to block the bullet. Wade and his friends live happily ever after, now that Russell's quest for vengeance has been put to rest and Cable's family is still alive. If there is one thing for sure in life, it's that Ryan Reynolds will return as Wade Wilson in Deadpool 3. We'll have to wait and see if anyone else joins Reynolds, since no one else has formally announced their participation. It is still unknown if any of the other cast members from the first two Deadpool films will return. Considering that there are always ways to bring everyone back to life, we might see some of the X-Force members both alive and dead. We expect to see Josh Brolin as Cable, Stefan Kappy as Colossus, and Brianna Hildebrand as the Negasonic Teenage Warhead. We may also see Shiloh Kasuna as Yukio, Julian Dennison as Russell, and Rob Delaney as Peter. Then we have Blind AI, Wade's roommate, who will probably return for Deadpool 3. Chris Hemsworth expressed his desire to play Thor in Deadpool 3 in an interview with BBC Radio 1 film critic Ali Plum. So we'll have to wait and see if this potential comedic duo will happen. Additionally, given that Vanessa was revived in the Deadpool 2 post-credits sequence, we would expect Marina Baccarin to reprise her role. Although Zazie Beetz is unsure whether Domino will return, we would love to see her again. She told Collider in March 2021 that she would like to return, but she has not heard anything about the follow-up to the film. Although bringing Deadpool into the Marvel Cinematic Universe may be difficult, there may be a chance for other Fox characters to make cameo appearances in this movie. Deadpool is known for breaking the fourth wall, so he might be the ideal narrator to link the Disney and Fox narratives. Additionally, Deadpool 3 might serve as a soft reboot for the series, effectively separating the Disney Deadpool from the one that we typically identify with Fox. In addition to this potential, Deadpool may also time travel. Negasonic Teenage Warhead has fixed Cable's time machine, as shown in Deadpool 2's closing credits. Wade received the device from her and used it to go back in time and undo all of his previous mistakes. The potential of Deadpool using time travel to join the MCU is presented in these end credits. One crazy suggestion is to use the Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe storyline from the comics. Professor Xavier sends Deadpool, aka Wade Wilson, to a mental institution for treatment. In the end, Wilson's treatment just makes him crazier, and Deadpool ends up killing every significant Marvel hero and villain. Even while it seems unlikely to follow the storyline, there is no way Deadpool will kill off any significant MCU hero, such as the Hulk or Thor for instance. Instead, it might be used to introduce the Fantastic Four and the X-Men. It might be the ideal way for Marvel to start over and reinvent both the X-Men and Fantastic Four franchises with fresh cast. If Wade slaughters Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, Patrick Stewart's Professor Xavier, Channing Tatum's Gambit, etc. in Deadpool 3. Deadpool is hardly a good guy. Let's be honest about that. Someone as annoying and impolite as Deadpool is certain to create some enemies along the road. What kind of villain would be compelling enough to serve as the main villain in a Deadpool movie, but not essential enough to be kept for the major X-Men movies? Bullseye is mostly a daredevil antagonist, but Deadpool has occasionally crossed paths with the world's best marksman. You may be aware that Bullseye never misses, and Deadpool never dies. A confrontation between them is the definition of what happens when an unbreakable wall is struck by an unstoppable force. What about Taskmaster? Deadpool is resistant to Taskmaster's abilities since he is so unpredictable. Even though Taskmaster can't exactly mimic any hero's motions, this would make the ideal antagonist for the third movie. Mutants would be the one thing that we all want to see in the MCU. Alongside Magneto, Mr. Sinister is one of the most recognizable villains for the X-Men and Deadpool. You can see that these two characters have a history together because he serves as the primary antagonist of the Deadpool video game. Who knows? Perhaps the film's antagonist will be Deadpool himself. On a related note, what are your theories for Deadpool 3? Do you think it will outperform the previous two films? You can tell us in the comment section below. If you'd like more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.